But here we go. Actually, and is an observer not even out yet? Observer's not even out. These Widow Mines
No,
will
I don't
do
think
some
so.
damage.
This could be like catastrophic. Oh, he's not.
Oh,
Drop. A little bit of an error there, um, delaying the drop. But
great
he's gonna get.
pull.
Yes, the
Loses
little
Stalker.
mines.
Could lose worse. But here we go, that Observer. It'd be so sick of Mad Pharaoh scan. And
And
that
yeah, that
drop.
drop
Ooh.
basically shut down. I, you very rarely will see a strong drop defense as that. But actually, Sin Prime, what are you doing, man? You have a lot of workers and a lot of gases. Okay, he's getting it sorted out slowly.
Hey, gas is important for Protoss,
Yeah,
man.
man. So I think that actually the having to sort out the gas delayed him longer than that drop did. But Sin Prime is definitely that drop did not delay him too much. He's getting his upgrades. He's getting his Colossus out. And Mad Pharaoh, if you're here, if you're Mad Pharaoh, where do you go from here? Like his drop was pretty much shut down. I mean, I guess not really super behind in tech. His upgrades are fairly even. So it looks like the state of the game for Mad Pharaoh is fairly strong. I assume he gonna go to third base relatively soon after this little poke. I assume we won't see any sort of huge commitment with just the two medevacs and a handful of bio units. Versus already a Colossus out, two Photon Overcharges available, bunch of Blink Stalkers.
I would
Yeah.
rather see this push as a draw than an actual push to the front, which I hope he does. But actually, he can take his third much sooner than you think because he likes that heavy Marauder style. So he's going to have a lot of Marauders out, and Sim Prime went for a Blink play. So those Marauders can take care of any Blink Stalkers that come. Stream is dead. Cool. Do we pause the game or just let it continue?
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yes, this drop. not. I. I'm not really sure what he hoped to accomplish with this, kind of dropping like directly on top of the army. Um, but at the same time, it just looks like his supply is just so it's like Teflon, like it just keeps like coming back, man. Like his supply, look, he's still at 80 supply, like he just keeps losing. Oh, and the observer snipe.
so this would have been a very nice play. Ooh, Sim Prime moving across the map. I don't know if I like that idea. But this actually would have been really nice if Mad Pharaoh said, okay, I sniped the robotics bay. I'm going to start Viking production immediately, and my Viking count will always be enough to be suitable to deal with the Colossus. But it doesn't really look like he's doing that, so he really only gets out of it the delayed Colossus. And really, he kind of, I guess, incentivized this attack from Sim Prime. I do not agree with this. Moving out with two Colossus in the middle of the map,
Yeah, two
it's...
Colossus, no range, no sentries.
But Mad Pharaoh
Oh,
has
if
to
Mad
use the
Pharaoh
ramp.
going forward, darting forward with the stim.
Oh, this is not a good engagement. I think. Oh no.
Yeah, Colossus are still pretty strong, man. Even without range, they do some good damage.
It's very
Mad Pharaoh,
important to use that ramp.
yeah,
You
he's
never meet that army in the middle of the map. And here we go, pulling the boys. But I mean, with only two Marauders and four
yeah. His
Marines.
army is at this point is basically medevacs. Unfortunately, yeah, not. I mean, he's not dead yet. He's not dead yet. Range is starting.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yet is the operative word there. Still, Sin Prime is still warping in these stalkers. So if Mad Pharaoh can force us back, doesn't have huge potential to go later. And it's looking like, yeah, pulling the SCVs, targeting the stalkers as best he can. And if he can just get these two stalkers without range isolated.
Oh, there we go. Actually has Sim Prime on the run, but he really needed to focus down those Colossus just a little bit earlier. Or else you see just the Blink Stalkers are gonna come and overrun. Three Colossus out now.
I think he just overextended a little bit there. He's doing a good job keeping his medevacs alive, I will say that for him.
And even if he pushes back this attack from Sim Prime, he still only has 29 SCVs.
Yeah, I mean, he does have the three bases.
Good job.
Yeah. He does have the three bases, so that's something. So I think just right now the name of the game is kind of holding on for Mad Pharaoh. He does have like huge medevac counts, so if we can get his bio count stabilized a little bit, and you can just kind of stim to his heart's content there. But yeah, I feel like every time that Sin Prime moves back, his army just gets a little bit smaller. So maybe if he gives Mad Pharaoh enough time, he can kind of stabilize. This is such a risky position to be in as a Terran player.
There we go. Another engagement. Very, very smart. Extended Thermal Lance is completed in this attack. And the costs are just nice and safe, just bombarding those Marauders. And the bio gets cleaned up by
Yeah, that
Senpai.
extended Thermal Lance difference is so big. This class is able to stay at the back and rain down death on their opponent.
There we go. Mad Pharaoh. I don't think we will see him in the winner's match. Sin Prime
No, Sin
advances.
Prime
Ooh, rough game.
taking
Rough
it
game.
2-0. Yeah, I feel like both games we saw, he's tenacious. He held on fairly decently, but he's stuck on that Marauder heavy comp with tons of medevacs for so long, and those drops just they didn't really get done. Okay, I don't know. It's harsh to say they didn't get anything done, but in the grand scheme of things, like what did he really accomplish with those two huge drops? I'm not sure. Like the potential was there, but really didn't luck out and get like those huge wood of mine hits or use those marauders to snipe like super important tech, get rid of the gateways or something. He did get the robotics bay, but that just kind of incentivized Sin Prime to go on the offensive and kind of kill him. So not really sure about that one.
And that's a big deal. That was a very nice read from Sin Prime. Just go like,
Yeah.
oh, you did a Widowmine drop and it failed. You did a bio drop and it failed. I think I can just go in all in and kill
Just go
you.
kill you, yeah.
Turns out he was right. And that is actually a very, very big deal for a Protoss to identify that, okay, they're going drop heavy and it failed. Therefore, my army will definitely be bigger than theirs. So very, very good read from Sin Prime. Mad Pharaoh, you'll get him next time. And now
Yeah,
we'll see Sin Prime versus Sauce.
So these two players in the winners match, I feel like their series were quite similar in that they were both 2-0s, but they weren't like necessarily absolute stomps like a 2-0 would kind of indicate. Their opponents were definitely like in the game, but just some decision making errors really kind of cost them. Like Energar, like that first game, losing so many drones to that 9-pull, my Zergy heart just bled. Did such a great job defending, and then he just lost concentration a little bit there and let his drones kind of attack for a little bit too long. It took huge damage. In that game too, those banelings did not get what he wanted done. And then obviously this series, Mad Pharaoh was in it. He just took pretty huge losses game one from that Oracle. Was just so far behind. And then game two, his drops pretty just ineffective. So going into this PVZ winners match between these two survivors, what are your thoughts on the PVZ matchup currently as a Protoss player?
Currently, I have the most warped view of PVZ ever. I do one style and it works for me, so I just continue to do it. I have no idea what this Blink Stalker Sentry thing's all about. I hear it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of Zergs are upset with it, but I build one Sentry PVZ max. So I'm actually a terrible, terrible person for
Yeah.
PVZ, but hopefully I'll pull through in the
Just
end.
make those Zerglings versus Polar.
Make a ton of Zerglings, guys. Deny my third and you'll kill me. I don't want to tell this. I have Energar coming after me. So,
Yeah,
but
it's
Sin Prime versus us. I know Sin Prime very, very solid. We may see another 2-gate, what he did versus Sworn. I mean, if you
I'm
can take down Swarm with a build, any build, it's a good build.
Yeah, I'm expecting a 2-gate, and I'm expecting his patented Oracle play. I mean, not Oracle play, sorry, Robo play.
Wait, are we on break? We usually take a break at this point, so I'm sorry, I just remembered that. I think we're probably not. I think we're just gonna hop in. Cool. Let's go. Sorry, continue your train of thought.
Yeah, so Sin Prime in all the games that we've played, obviously I'm Zerg, he's done that Warp Prism push, where he gets like an Immortal, uses it to drop, and then Warp Prism uses the Warp Prism to warp into Zealots. So we're gonna see if he chooses to go for that, or if he's kind of moved away from that. Not too sure how he's gonna play. But in the current PvZ meta, I feel like it's like kind of favored towards the Protoss like macro style. I think the kind of the 2-base all-ins has fallen off a little bit. Like you don't really see like those Immortal Sentry all-ins anymore that used to be so common, or like an 8-gate or something like that. So I definitely think that these games are gonna favor a little bit longer. Maybe Sin Prime taking some really greedy expansions. That'll be on to Sauce to kind of punish that. So we're gonna see if he's up to the task. If Sauce is up to the challenge of beating Sin Prime.
It's
Protoss.
interesting. Sauce actually vetoed Iron Fortress. You would think that would be like a Zerg's heaven just because it forces Sim Prime to almost do a two-base build because it's so hard to take your third. So you can really prepare for that.
Yeah, I do think it depends if you're a Zerg player who's comfortable with four-player bases, with four-player maps. I personally don't like any four-player maps, so I would definitely have agreed with this veto. I just think like the two-player maps, it's a bit more standard, and you know kind of what's coming more than a four-player map, where scouting is a little bit more challenging, and it kind of it's I don't know, it's hard to say, but I definitely would be in favor of vetoing like he did. So it is going to be Coda for game one.
Coda, solid map. I
Yeah,
actually
it's
think it's pretty bad for a Mortal Center Island, as you were talking about earlier, because if the Zerg breaks down that those kind of rocks that are outside their third, they can
yeah,
get a
there's so
nice big
potential for
wraparound.
concave. Yeah.
Uh, it can just be devastating for the Protoss player. But we will see. Sauce and Sim Prime in the winners match. Who will advance on to the round of 16? No one knows. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map from Formless Gaming, it is the Teal Zerg Souse.
And in the bottom right-hand position, playing again in the red, the Protoss player Sin Prime from Outset Gaming.
Probe's going off pretty
Very
early.
early, very
I was
early
waiting for
scout.
you to say it, but yep, that
Yeah,
probe,
I think we're gonna
little
see
sketchy.
either he thinks Sauce is going for some shenanigans, or we're gonna see some shenanigans
No,
with
he's
Sin
going for
Prime.
that two gate,
Yeah,
man.
he's hiding
Gotta
that
go.
probe.
Oh, this is dirty. I love it.
Oh man.
Man, I. Oh, that Overlord's not going to see it. Just going to go directly into the natural. I already think if Sauce doesn't scout this, it's just like totally game. I mean, how do you defend a two gate? An in base
Yeah, a
two
two gate
gate.
in your base.
Please tell me that he's going for like a 14 pool at the very least. Don't go for a 15 hatch, man. There goes one gate. What was he two? Gas going down. What? Oh, he
Okay,
just
he
caught a glimpse
scouted
of it
it.
with the
He
Overlord.
is going for it.
Oh,
The two gates do go down, and that probe escapes. We're gonna see some fancy footwork here. What is your opinion on pulling the drones? Is it
I
like
think
the
you have to put
correct?
eight. Eight drones, four
Yeah,
armored
I feel like
gateway.
he's just not really gonna be able to get too much done. He's maybe able to focus one gateway, but the other one will surely finish up.
And there we go. That's exactly what Sim Prime should do. I think at this point, Sim Prime can think about it. Sim Prime can just cancel this gateway and be like, okay, get 150. Yep, there we go. 113 minerals are back. I would say pull the drones back now and just try to get a spine crawler up. Oh, he's
Oh, if he manages to kill that drone.
yeah. I think that
Yeah.
probe it's too slippery to try to kill. I say get the drones out of there, make a spine crawler, get as many links as you can out, get as many queens as you can out. Oh, it's a very very scary situation. And look at
Yeah, I
that,
just
the
feel like
zealot
he
has popped
ruined
out.
his own econ, and already a zealot. This luckily for him, the spawning pool is almost done, so he's gonna be able to get some lings, and the spine started. But it's like you mentioned, these gateways are literally in his base, so the reinforced time is just instantaneous for him.
Good micro by Sim Prime, not letting the gets the probe. That's very nice win for
Oh,
Sean.
this drone is taking on the two zealots. A little bit of a risky play, but it's actually gonna be able to survive. So these lings are out. The zealots in a really good position. Don't want to engage into that. You know, if you can
Absolutely
wait for these
great
two
kill.
spines to finish.
One's gonna go down, cancel it. Oh, he's ready. He's got it selected. He's ready to cancel it. Oh, he doesn't
Cancel.
get to cancel. But now that the spine crawler is up, this defense is just that much easier. But it's not over just yet by any means. There we go. One more coming out.
Yeah, I definitely feel like he needs to try and sneak some lings into his opponent's base, and then
So
use that to kill the
nervous.
econ. But
I don't know what's
so
gonna
many
happen.
zealots, 5 zealots already out.
Now it's 6, 9 workers to 9
Zealots.
workers. These
Not really sure
players,
what
man.
where's this drone going, man.
Dude, you got a
Drone is not.
mind. You are a big deal in this game. You got a mind. And there we go. That spine crawler actually creates a great choke for the Zealots.
Yeah, these
And
lings not going to the best of their ability.
I think at this
So
point,
many Zealots.
Sauce has just lost too much. I think the 2 prime is a success. There is very,
Yeah.
very little.
Oh
Sauce.
man, this has to be such a demoralizing loss for Sauce. After scouting this he scouted it basically right away. He saw the pilot, he saw the probe go in, he saw the gateway go down, and then just still getting absolutely, I mean, pretty much crushed. Like at no point did he almost kill the Zealots or anything like that. It's yeah, it's not a good feeling to lose to a proxy 2 gate.
There we go. Sim Prime probably taking it pretty easy at this point. Just like, yeah, I won this game. I don't have to worry. You have as many drones as I have Zealots.
Yeah. There goes GG.
Good game. Man, I love cheese. I think it's so fun. It's so much fun to watch. I hate when it's against me, but
Yeah. That was a good build for that map. Obviously, Sin Prime is no stranger to the Proxy 2 gate. He knew exactly where to put it for maximum impact. And I just feel like Sauce, he like reacted properly, but he didn't react with enough drones. Like he just kind of ruined his own economy, and he didn't really get much out. Like, yeah, he forced to cancel on a gateway, but Sin Prime was just like, okay, whatever, I'll just cancel it and build another one.
that's also
I
why
don't
it's
know.
very important to kind of cover the pylon, because you cannot
Yeah,
let the
exactly.
pylon die. And here we go, game 2 on Bridgehead. I've heard this map, race check. I've heard this map is actually kind of favored for Protoss. I don't think I've ever won a PvZ on this map. Oh my gosh, Zergs are
Yeah.
so devious on this map.
It's a weird map, especially with like that in-base expansion and those rocks. I guess weird and unusual would be like the best way to describe it. I'm not sure if it necessarily favors Protoss, but it's a weird map. I feel like I've taken so much damage from oracles on this map, proxy oracles. Yeah.
And here we go, spawning on the right-hand corner, or right-hand side of the map. It is the Formless Gaming captain, the Teal Zerg Sauce.
And his opponent in the red, in the middle left-hand position of the bridgehead, is going to be Sin Prime. And again, Sin Prime is sending out a probe. If he 2-0 Sauce with a proxy 2 gate,
With 4 gates.
I would be a fan of Sin Prime, the cheese god. What is he doing with this? This is definitely, we're gonna see some gates. We're gonna see a pylon in short fashion. We're gonna see some gates. I assumed. Yeah, there goes the pylon. Luckily
great
for
position
Sauce,
too.
luckily for Sauce, it's not actually in his base this time, so a little bit more distance, but it's pretty fucking close.
He's gonna scout it with that overload, which is so nice. I mean, this time, he must just think like, okay, let's try not to pull drones this time. Maybe get 1 or 2 more spine crawlers. When's he gonna see it? Oh, no. Okay, he scouts it. When's he gonna
Okay,
go?
there we
He
go.
scouts it.
Instantly pulling
Pulls
all of
every
his...
single drone.
Okay, no, sending a couple back. I feel like, again, is it enough? Like, will this amount of drones be enough?
This time it's an amount. It's a solid amount of drones because it's all of them, and
Yeah.
I think the
So
pylon.
he's going to be able to force cancel and needs to go... Okay, he's actually going to go for the gateway. How do you feel about choosing the gateway versus
This is shut down. He just needs to focus down the pylon, and he's fine. There's no probe. Focus the pylon. Oh, he cannot let his zealot get up. Another probe immediately being sent out across the map. He only has 3 drones mining right now.
I feel like he needs to kill the pylon. Why are you attacking the gateway? Stop doing shield damage to the gateway.
One of the drones is just being a jerk, too, not even attacking. Like, come on, man. Do you realize how important this is?
Take some effort, man. But yeah, like you mentioned, he has so few drones mining. Yeah, his pool's gonna finish, but what's the point of having a pool when you just have totally nothing? So he does get a surround on that zealot, but that zealot just is it's hacking away.
There we go. Zealot will go down. He's fine. He doesn't even have enough.
Will it go down?
3 drones.
Will it go down at all?
Get him. There
Okay,
we go.
eventually it does go down. There you go.
But I mean, after losing, I think a Zealot for 4 drones, totally worth it, especially with all that mining time. I mean, I think we might just see a repeat of last game.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is
another good surround.
No, he does get the surround. Sauce is he's getting much better surround this time. Instantly when those zealots are coming out, he's surrounding him. Gonna pick off all the zealots and go for this. Okay, no, this other zealot. I don't know. I feel like you just back up, get a couple more lings, throw him a spine or two. But he really just doesn't have money. He's already taken so much damage.
Once again, Rad, even drone and probe count. And I think once it's at that point, the Protoss just has such a big advantage. But he is stalling for as long as possible. That spine crawler should finish when about 5 zealots are out. If you can get even more seconds. He didn't build the spine crawler. Build the spine crawler. Sauce. Don't
Okay, 2 spines are on the way. But already 3 zealots just moving into the base. If Sin Prime can buy, can just attack before the time is right for these spines to finish, we in such a good position. But Sauce is expertly using these links to run around and force a fight on his terms. 1 spine is already done. It's like the tensest you'll get in a game of StarCraft.
This spine will complete, but I mean, I think these zealots should actually just start going to town on it. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I think so. 3 zealots. A couple of them are gonna go down, but still 2 more zealots are charging in. Actually, able to save the spine.
Oh,
Really
brilliant.
great micro from Sauce. Seriously good micro.
What's gonna happen? I still don't know. Needs to borrow that. Yeah, come on, get that
Yeah,
in the
2
ground
spines,
ASAP.
tons of lings. You sitting on 9 lings. I feel like he needs to run those past. And just go to the mineral line.
Oh, he's droning. I don't know if that's the answer, man. I don't know. Maybe it is. It's just, I mean, he literally, I think he should just go and target down that spine crawler. Sauce, you gotta lift that thing up and you gotta run it like behind the mineral
I
line.
mean, once that queen comes out, that'll just give him so much utility.
There we go. I mean, what's your opinion? Should he have injected right there? I think he might have wanted to save up for
No, yeah,
transfuse.
definitely start saving for the transfuse because you just don't have enough money to ever use enough larva to make that worth it. I really feel like he needs to just take like 4 lings and run them into Sin Prime's base. But instead, he's going to take the fight. The 2 spines doing so much work. This 1 spine able to be saved.
Run, spine, run.
Great uproot. 10 health on that spine. This queen is backfilling to the best of its ability. Other spine is burrowing. And I feel like Sauce may have done it, man. He
I don't
not the
think
most
so.
beautiful hold. You don't think so? He's gonna have 2
I
queens,
don't
2
think so.
spines. Oh, again injecting. Stop
Look at
injecting.
this.
Yeah, that's
Whoa,
fine.
what?
6 health.
What? Oh man, he will have an. Okay, maybe now. I mean, I thought the
No, I
zealots were
think
gonna
so,
run
man.
and kill
I
that.
think he's
and
done
then,
it. 2 queens, still 2 spines. Granted, one's at 10 health, but 2 spines, bunch more lings.
Oh man, this is intense. Just
I don't know why he's
lose
not
those
fighting with the
queens.
spine. Back up, man. Back up,
Don't
Sauce.
lose that queen.
No, he's not. He's not going to. He's got it, man. He's got it. Once you, no, he's gonna
Oh.
lose the queen.
The queen goes down.
almost- he has a
Transfuse that
transfuse.
spine. Transfuse that spine. What? I think Sim Prime needs to be more decisive with these zealots, or I think he needed to be.
No,
now I
he's
think it's
dead,
over.
Man. He's dead.
Still, I think. Oh, one a probe not mining at Sim Prime space. I think he needs to start just kind of sneaking in a probe here and there, because right now he only has 7 people harvesting. I think this is it. I think, with the queens out and about, out in the boots, yeah, needs to start fighting with the spines too. That's been a big flop from Sauce. Oh man.
No, man. He's got it. I believe in the Sauce.
Not if he loses the queens.
No, he just needs to not inject. Whatever you do, don't inject. And then you have another transfuse. You can transfuse either the queen or the spine, whatever you choose to do.
All right.
Oh, why are you injecting, man? You don't have the money.
I think
know.
Sim Prime needs to start building probes if he wants a chance in this game, because I mean the worker counts. It's
How
not
do you
too
transition
different.
though? Like, what do you transition into? Just throw down like a cyber core and start making stalkers or something?
Nope, you just gotta build probes first of all. You need to kind of contain the Zerg for now. Make sure he's still building Zerglings, like kind of put on some faux pressure, and then just start chroming out probes. Listen, it's not the best plan, but it's a plan.
The plan.
Oh, and actually the Zerglings are just snowballing at this point.
Yeah, he has so many.
And look, the queen's taking pot shots now. Yep.
Yeah.
Ladies and
These
gents.
queens now each have a transfuse. Yeah,
Sauce.
this is over.
And he's got a transfuse, so he almost will
If
have
he
two transfuses.
Transfuse! Don't lose this queen.
That queen. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter.
Okay,
He's got
transfuse goes down. Yeah, he has 3 queens. He can win this with lings alone. 3 queens, 2 spines. Still a 10 drone, so not great drone count, but at this point, it doesn't really matter.
And at this point, he can actually send the Zerglings. Like, nope, don't even kill the gateways, just send them to the other base.
Just run them all the way past. And
Yeah,
what's
you
like,
got enough
what are these probes gonna do? Literally nothing.
Don't fight
8
in bad
probes
chokes.
versus that amount of lings. 8 probes versus 15 lings. I think lings win that fight.
And, oh, okay, Creep Tumor's coming down. Yep, maybe some Prime just kind of taking a moment, just being like, alright, maybe 2 gates wasn't the best idea. Maybe going all in twice. And there we go. With these zealots cleaned up, we should see a GG.
GG well played goes down. Wow.
So well played to even put in the E, so
That was...
that's how well you know how
I
Sauce
feel like
played.
that was the scrappiest defense of a proxy 2K I've ever seen. But it worked. Like, hey man, if it works... it was so...
I was so scared.
I can't even imagine being in that position. When he kept injecting, I was like, no! And that spine, that hero spine, I think one point it was down to like 2 health. And just never going down. Oh,
Sauce saying
man.
he needs to piss after that. Because
I
would
totally
too.
understand.
I would have done that during. Like,
Yes.
man. Ugh.
Wow, that was an impressive hold. And the balls of Sin Prime to be like, my proxy 2 gate went pretty well. You know what he won't expect? Another proxy 2 gate. If he goes for a 3rd proxy 2 gate on Terraform, he'd be my hero.
That'd be great. Oh, man, that'd be the last thing Sauce would expect.
Just mind games on top of mind games.
Gotcha.
Wow, that was crazy, man. I feel like that was not like the textbook way to hold a proxy 2 gate, but if it works, it works. And he's got it so early. He's got it at like 12 supply. Ah, that was crazy. Sin Prime, man.
I'm actually like watching the game right now. Man, that was close. I do not. Honestly, if I was Sim Prime, if he went for it again, I wouldn't really blame him because he's probably like, man, if I was a little bit more decisive, I probably could have won that game. If he, what's very important about 2-gating is that you have kind of the zealots attack whatever the Zerg kind of wants you to attack, and then you sneak 1 or 2 zealots into the drone line.
Into the middle line.
If
And I
you
feel like
could
he was
delay
just kind of
mining,
chasing that spine.
Yeah, chasing the spine and not getting it. 6 health, like 1 swipe from the side blade would have been over, but spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map, it is the most scrappiest defensor I've ever seen from Formless Gaming. It is Sauce.
Yes. And his opponent, Walls of Steelman himself. Some call him the Proxy 2Gate champion. It is from Outside Gaming, the blue Protoss players, Sin Prime. Unfortunately, looks like he's not going for the 3rd Proxy 2Gate. He's doing a pylon in his base.
Boring.
I
God.
honestly feel like if I'm in Sauce's position right now, okay, he's going for an 8 pull. I'm like, dude, I'm like 6 point. I'm like, I'm not losing to Proxy 2 gate. So he's going for the 8 pull. Sin Prime, no chance of walling off. How do you think this plays out, Fuller? What's your opinion of early pools for the Zerg?
He's not doing a forge fast, so already Sim Prime's in like an alright position. But I mean, the no wall off, that's just a standard for Zergs. You need to do it. The only, yeah, I don't see any reason really not to. But, I mean, here we go. Good, he's scouting early. That's going to be a necessity. But here we go with the pull down. Sauce saying, alright, gotta do an in-base quick check. But I mean, he must be pretty safe. I'm 100% sure an early pull beats a 2-gate 10 out of 10 times. And here we go. Not taking, if he takes 2 gas, I think it might be an auto loss, but nope. Oh, pulling drones too. Ooh,
Yeah,
what is this?
He's going for it. And will this probe scout?
They're hiding.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
but
the probe
it's-
sees lings. So the probe sees lings. So he knows what's going on.
He doesn't see the drones though. I mean, I don't know if that really different, but you gotta start chronoing out. No, you gotta chrono out a zealot, man.
Yeah, I feel like he's not really respecting this. He does have like he has a chrono instantly going down on the gate for those zealots. I
Oh,
think he holds this, right? He has like a huge worker advantage. He has the
it,
zealot. He's gonna have the zealot out. What do you? I feel like this is gonna be fairly easy to hold.
I think it really depends on the control of both players. I think he needs to kill the zealot very quickly, and since he pulled the
Yeah.
drones, stalling the probes by just having the probes run around isn't really that big of a deal at all. So, because both player does not have an economy, the Artosis pylon though could be a very big deal. But don't get the Zerglings trapped. Fight with everybody. Get that one drone.
Oh, this zealot is almost isolated, but no, pulling back at the last minute. Ling reinforcements do show up, and this is
Yep.
kind of the fight to decide the game.
This
And
is
I
that
feel
was a
like,
good
yeah,
hold. I
Sin
think this was a solid
definitely
hold.
has this. He just needs okay now with the mothership core. It's yeah, it's over.
Yep.
What are we
just
watching,
You
man?
can't trust Ashen out of this.
What is
Sauce.
it? Sauce is like hell. I can't. I have 3 drones mining. I
I
got
think with this
this.
early pool, you just have to hope your opponent's going for a Nexus first or a Forge.
Yeah.
Because with Gateway first, it's just it's a good hold. I think if Sim Prime didn't pull the probes as quick, and Sauce was able to get a surround on the Zealot, I think this game would be entirely different. But that didn't happen, so I guess now you just kind of go for Banelings.
Do you think he was counting on the 2 gate? Do you think that's what
I
Sauce
don't
was
know.
thinking there?
That is a risky thing to account on for the third time in a
I
row.
feel like he may have just like outthought himself. Like he was like, okay, he's like, he'll think that I will think that he won't go for the proxy 2 gate, so we'll do it. But I'm like on top of that. I feel like he just kind of like mind games himself there, because obviously like if you 8 gate against a proxy 2 gate, like the probe's like do making my pylon, making my gateways. Oh my God, Ling's like right next to me. What am I supposed to do against this? But instead, he went for just super standard, and now I think we're gonna just see a what do you just like 4 gate? Yeah, he's just going for
No,
a
I
4
think
gate.
you just see this mothership core completely zone up the mineral line of that game.
Yeah,
I'm
this isn't
calling it.
really a
I'm
full
sorry.
wall, but
Calling. It's not a full
yeah,
wall,
there's
but it
no
doesn't
queen.
matter.
No queen has even started for our boy Sauce. He has no minerals really. There's a stalker behind this. Yeah, this is not.
You know what I think this early pool was? I think it's one of those things where if it works out, GG is called. I think if it
Yeah,
works out, Sauce is a genius. But
and
if
if
it
it
doesn't,
doesn't, yeah,
it
he
looks
just
like
ends
kind
with the
of
mothership core killing all his drones.
yeah, it
Little
doesn't
bit
leave a
of an
good feeling.
anticlimactic end, but still definitely a great series. That second
Very
proxy
fun
gate game,
series. Very fun
it was
series.
scrappy. Was it? It wasn't exactly like well played by each player, but they did what they had to do. And Sin Prime advancing in first place. Many have called him the favorite of the tournament, and he has proven that he's maybe worthy of that title. You know, a little shaky, but you take the victory there. Yeah, expect
It's
Sin
a
Prime saying, I guess
again.
you expected a proxy 2 gate. I expect the proxy 2 gate. I was like, okay, it doesn't really make sense to go for another proxy 2 gate, but does that mean that it does make sense to go for proxy 2 gate? Like these are the mind games you have to think about when you're competing in any respectable StarCraft 2 tournament.
All right. Well, while these players get their vetoes together, we shall take a quick break. Stick around. It'll be Mad Barrow versus Enherjar. Don't want to miss it.
I'm hyped.
All right, we are back from a very intense series. Sim Prime was
Yes.
able to 2-1 sauce, but now we have Pero Peace, Mad Para versus Herjar, the classic TVZ matchup, the one everybody enjoys. And it's on going to be on Cactus Valley yet again. A map we haven't seen too much, but we've seen a lot today.
Good old 4-player map. Been around a while.
Spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map, it is the Teal Terran from Paragons of Perfection, Mad Pharaoh.
And his opponent in the bottom left-hand position, the purple Zerg from Team All Inspiration and Hajar. Are we pronouncing his name right? That is a question that I'm pondering here. I don't know. I feel like we need to get some clarification here.
Wait,
Like-
real quick, I'm on a text-to-speech program.
Okay.
Cast.
Okay.
Go, cast.
I think it sounds kind of like energized to me. I don't know. That's what it thinks. But I think
Ooh,
if
they say
it's
Einherjar. I like
Einherjar.
Einherjar better.
Yeah, I feel like if
Something
it's
like
like
Mad
I feel like
Pharaoh.
yeah, I don't know. I think Casey said it was like hair or something, like N hair jar.
Einherjar.
I don't know.
There. Well,
Whatever. We'll just keep going with what we're doing, and he can accept it, man. We're the casters. We have all the power. What does he know about his own name? We decide it.
oh man, is this an early pool?
Yes, it
13?
is. It is a 14 pool.
14 pool.
So, not. It's not like early enough to be like crazy early, where it's going to be like for aggressive purposes, but I guess he just really wants to feel safe. It's looking like he's going to send this drone out to expand. So like an early expansion and an early pool for Enterjar. Huh. Yes, there goes the expansion. Not really sure how I feel about that one. I guess he's just trying to be
Just to
a
be
little bit
safe.
safe. Yeah.
In case 2 Raxes are out in the middle of the map right now. 6 Lings. That also seems a little aggressive.
Maybe he's super paranoid of Reapers. And it is going to be a Reaper. Of course, Reaper is actually... Is he going to scout the right base?
You know what it might be? Maybe Enerjar is just kind of banking on the fact that, like, all right, big map, he'll go CC first. Is that a thing in TVZ?
Yeah, it is. Trying to punish it. Yeah, and it looks like, yeah, you're right. That's what he's going for here. But like once he sees this Reaper, like what is he really going to be able to do? Like, unfortunately for
Right.
Mad Pharaoh, there is no wall. But I feel like just as long as he's able to micro this Reaper properly, it's actually just going to be one Reaper into reactor. So if he loses this, it could be in a rough spot. He might be able to force a cancel.
He's
Okay.
going to get a cancel. No way he doesn't get a cancel. Wow.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
never mind. Enerjar saw this coming from the second the game started. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna
Enerjar,
cancel
literally
this time.
psychic.
Wow. Oh!
Wait, kill. What?
Oh! Oh,
Most
this game just
effective-
took
Most
a wild
effective
turn.
links. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay.
I wonder if
Did not-
Enerjar is like, he's like, wow, a Zergling has a kill. I wonder what that's about.
Yeah. And he's
Wow.
actually targeting this reactor. Not really sure how I feel about that one. Not gonna be able to get it. Is gonna force a repair. These lings, man. If they get, are they gonna get this other SCV? No, turn around and kill it. Ah. Okay. Enerjar, he's like, I don't need SCVs. I just need command centers.
Man.
Two
Wow.
Reapers. 2 Reapers is the response from Mad Pharaoh. Wow.
I don't, like, I don't know TVZ that well. That almost
It's-
seems like game-ending damage, almost.
It's close. I thought at the most that would happen is a cancel. Getting a CC kill off of 14 pool, like bear in mind this is not like some like Energy was like I'm gonna 6 pool this guy and then got like super lucky killing it. Like he's like EasyCon's like totally good. This is basically like where you want to be. Like hitting 44 supply at 6 minutes. That's like benchmark, perfect benchmark for like any sort of pool. These Reapers actually, these 3 Reapers are going to town.
The Queens were a little bit out of position there. But now there we go, going out.
Yeah.
But I'd still like double the supply of your opponent. Ugh,
Yeah,
it doesn't feel good.
I don't know, man. I would definitely say, like, if I was this Terran player, I'd just be like, fuck this game. Like,
Start a new one, game
mashing
2.
the F10 and yeah, just be like, okay, if this is ladder, this is the point I leave when the 6 inch commence center. But Mad
Oh
Pharaoh,
my god, even going for a third base Energy Jar, that's greedy.
yeah, it's he's at 1,000 minerals here, so Energizar's macro is falling a bit behind. He's not really using his queens to inject. He's instead using them to spread creep. Not sure how I feel about that, but you know, he's got such a lead. I'm really not sure that it really matters. He is going to expand. He's making 5 overlords at one time. A bit of an interesting decision there, but surely does not want to get supply blocked.
He was supply box for actually quite a bit there.
Yeah, he still is supply blocked actually.
There we go.
Floating it
Now
really a
he'll
ton of money.
There we go. The gas set was actually pretty late for Energar, and then he's still not researching speed. So maybe these small mistakes can add up for Mad Pharaoh and just be like, hey, I'm back in the game now. And these Reapers just doing a good amount of damage. How many? 6 drones have gone down. So it's if Mad Pharaoh wins, it's definitely what I would call a comeback.
Yeah, his supply has gone up 5 in the last 2.5 minutes of the game for Energizar. So not the greatest macro play, but he's going for Lair, going for Banding Nest, getting all that usual stuff. And these Reapers, no, they're gonna get away.
Those inside speed though would be a different scenario.
Dude, I don't know, man. 50 of 100 supply, that is a lot of overlords. Energizar is like, I don't want to ever get supply block again.
Never, ever get supply box.
Fuck supply blocks.
Swear I'd never feel those fields again.
He's building a proxy. I mean, not a proxy, a macro hatch. I feel like he's still like super ahead, but we do see on the other side of the map this Hellbat all in, or not all in, but Hellbat aggressive play. Let's phrase it like that. Energizar really doesn't have too much. He needs to morph the Banes. He needs to morph the Banes.
Definitely. And Mad Pharaoh needs to form into Hellbats.
There you go.
Honestly,
okay, so now
I think Energizar might have thrown just a little bit too hard.
4 queens is pretty strong. All with transfuses. He needs some more banelings. Why are you morphing banelings, man? More banelings. Ah, you can't engage just with just speedlings. Transfuses do go down. Good transfuses. But these Hellbats, GG. What?